All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, obviously, we had this whole Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams storyline that happened yesterday, right? Where Aaron Rodgers was golfing, right, literally on the golf course, and somebody was asking him questions just about, the NFL, football, questions about Luke Getsy, and then a question, of course, about Davante Adams. And Aaron Rodgers replied, that he loves it. He loves Davante Adams, and that he can't wait to play with them again. And so that was pretty much the end of it. Nothing was, said about the New York Jets or the Raiders or anything. It was just that. And we're sitting here left to speculate. And look, Rodgers could have meant anything by it. And also, too, I know Davante Adams plays golf, so maybe that's kind of what Rodgers was hinting towards. Who knows? Because personally, I just don't see the Raiders actually trading Davante Adams at this point. In the offseason, I think really the only realistic way that the Jets can get their hands on Davante Adams is around the trade deadline if the Raiders are losing a bunch of games, right? If they have 2 wins by the trade deadline and 3 wins by the trade deadline, and keep in mind it is actually getting pushed back this season, compared to previous years where it's been week 8. If the Raiders are, they're sub 500 by multiple games, I'm talking a lot, like where they're just clearly out of it, I could see the Raiders saying, all right, you know what? Davante isn't getting any younger. We can clear a ton of money if we part ways with Davante, and then on top of that, we get a sweet package. And then Davante could be traded to the Jets because there's been rumor after rumor after rumor for, I want to say 2 years now, or, this offseason, really since we acquired Aaron Rodgers, that the Jets will, they will push to try to get Davante. But Adams, as we stand right now, is happy with the Raiders. He's not requesting a trade or anything like that. But Garrett Wilson was asked about the whole situation, and this is what he had to say. Anyone we can get into the facility to help this team win games, I'm with it, and he's one of those guys. And Breece Hall also gave his thoughts on the situation. Didn't really dive into, a whole lot. But it's interesting how this stuff kind of spreads like a wildfire, right? It's literally been, 24 hours. And we have this massive storyline at this point with Rodgers and Davante. Garrett knows about it. Breece knows about it. All these, Raiders and Jets fans know about it. So, I mean, look, it would be absolutely insane if the Jets managed to find a way to acquire Davante Adams, he's a top 5 wide receiver in the game. But again, realistically speaking, just me being 100% objective here, I really don't see anything playing out until around the trade deadline or until the Vegas. I always want to say Oakland Raiders, until the Vegas Raiders want to or decide to blow it up, if that's even going to be a thing, right? Because if the Raiders are 500, if they're above 500, there's no way that they're going to be trading Davante. I just don't really see how that makes sense, especially because Davante is stuck with the Raiders. Right, it's not like the Raiders are winning 14 games per season, but he clearly wants to be there. Grew up a Raiders fan, and from afar I respect it. I think that's really awesome from Davante Adams' standpoint. And same can be said with Max Crosby. I don't think Crosby was a fan of the Raiders. Could be wrong, but just his dedication to the franchise and really wanting to turn them around is sweet. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your Saturday, and as always, go Jets.